Well, good morning, Dirtfish Rally friends. It is the final day of Rally Sweden, and my goodness me, it's cold. I'm not cold though. Look at this. I found myself a nice little seat, a nice little fire to sit and watch the drama as it unfolds this morning. Don't forget, 3 drivers, 6 and a little bit seconds separating them, 67 kilometers and 3 stages to go this morning. Oh, does it get much better? I don't think so, but it does, because you don't just want to hear from me, you want to hear from some of the drivers. A little bit of a tight road section, this one, so we might struggle to talk to the drivers, but we'll see if we can get a few words with our drivers. As I say, 67 Ks, a little shorter than the original published itinerary. They've cut the power stage by 1.5 kilometers, so yeah, there's reasons behind that, but we don't have to worry about that. Martin Sesks, final morning, it's nice and noisy. Morning, Martin. Busy boys. Martin, it's a short road section this morning, but a couple of long stages to get into the day. How are you feeling?
Well, the morning started with some errors on the dash. So ourselves in shape, trying to fix something, but it's all electronic. So
have they cleared? Did the errors clear, or are they still there?
Not really. No rear handbrake. The disconnector is not working, but we'll just drive how it is. That's part of the game, isn't it?
Oh, I do love that attitude. That is the attitude, isn't it? As you said, it's part of the game. So sometimes this happens. You come out of service, they've done all the work in the service, they've checked all the systems, everything is A-OK. You get onto the road section and all of a sudden there are warnings. So maybe an issue for Sesks with his handbrake. We'll have to wait and see. Let's take a quick look down here at Sami Päiväri. 29 kilometers this opening stage. They then go to service and they repeat the stage. So we've got 60 Ks in the first 2 stages this morning. That's a proper chunky start to the day. Now, we're watching still the battle between young Päiväri and young Sesks. 11 seconds between them. You know, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that develops. But Martin's not in the ideal situation without that handbrake. What is interesting, the Fords had gaiters on their springs. The Toyota, certainly Sami's Toyota, no gaiters on the springs. Why do they do that? Well, they put the gaiters on to stop the build-up of snow and ice. And it's an elective thing. Some of them do it, others don't. But there we go. Big morning for best of luck. Good luck this morning, Sami. Good luck. There we are, taking his little booties off. They go in the back of the car. There'll be a little place for them there. And away we go. Luke Barry. A chilly morning, but a big morning ahead of us.
Massively. I think the excitement is making us get through the coldness, but I might go back to that fire in a second if I get a chance.
That's my fire, so, you know, if you're going to keep my seat warm, then that's fine. Isn't that cool? The little, I don't know what that is, but it's a little rug there on top of the cold little sled and a wee fire going. Best of luck today, Martins. Best of luck. Let's wander back a little bit. There's our friend Seb from Hyundai. He's a man that's responsible for Hyundai's social media. You do a lovely job, Seb.
I'm in no way responsible for anything. That implies I'm a responsible person.
You're not old enough to be responsible, are you?
I never want to be old enough to be responsible.
There we are. Yeah, they do a lovely job with their social media, the boys and girls at Hyundai. It's always entertaining. Now, Oyt Tanak, what can he do this morning, Luke? What's his objective going to be, do we think?
I think he's going to have to push for Sunday points and Power Stage points like the rest of them, but at 12 seconds back, it's if all things going well with only 3 stages, it's a lot of time. Sorry, Colin, you've got...
Why is he jacking the car up? It's a short road section. Listen, we've seen it before where your cars have come out of service and maybe certain jobs haven't been completed. It's a short road section. They're tight for time. I can't imagine he's swapping tyres around. Maybe he is. Maybe he's looking at something. Let's go and have a look at this. Yeah, he's just making some last-minute adjustments. We talked about gaiters. These are the gaiters we talked about. Look at that on the Hyundais. That stops the snow and ice building up on the spring. So maybe just a last-minute check for Oyt there on something with the rear of the Hyundai. He wasn't happy yesterday with the car again. He had some sort of issue. Look, he could do without that today if he is going to push for those points.
Massively. And on stages like this, with the commitment as high as they are, you need confidence. We still don't know what's going on with Tanak yesterday, but similar to Monte Carlo, some days he was great with the car, other days he wasn't. So it's still quite inconsistent, which I guess for him isn't ideal when they brought this updated car, which is meant to make the car a bit more drivable, albeit maybe not so much in rallies like this.
It's consistency they're looking for. It's absolute consistency. The car can be brilliant at times and it can be awful at other times, and they need to find some consistency in the way the car handles and feels. And yeah, difficult to judge on a very particular rally like this one. All pretty calm, I'd have to say. Just checking a couple of things under the car. The jack came out and the engine goes off. It does get very, very noisy on a winter rally. They keep the engines going just to keep a bit of heat in the car. But let's have a look. Blanks will be on the front. Now, they've changed the angles of the struts on these. They used to be very, particularly the rear strut, used to be really quite, I was going to say severely angled, but compared to some of the others, I think the Toyotas are more or less straight up and down. There's a little bit of angle on that, but not the angle we saw before this new homologation. One of the other homologations is to do with the strength of the gearbox housing. They've improved that. They had issues with that in the past. A couple of other homologations that I'm not entirely sure what they're about. There's Martin just checking the tyre pressures. Good morning, Martin. Are you all right this morning? Up for the fight?
All good.
Good, that's good to hear. Ready to go, as he always is. As he always is. As I say, it's a short road section, so we shan't impose on any of our drivers or co-drivers this morning. If we can grab a quick word, of course we will. We definitely want to talk potentially to Thierry Neuville. He always gives us a word or two. And then Takamoto Katsuta, he will be in the zone already. And then our rally leader, Elvin Evans, you know, he will be fully focused as well. There's just warming himself up ahead of a really, really important morning. He might well find himself in the battle for the top three. That is very possible if he has a good stage this morning. But perhaps more importantly, looking to maximise Sunday points. Don't forget, 10 points available this year on a Sunday. It's still 5 for the power stage, but in terms of the Super Sunday points, that's been reduced from 7 to 5 for this year. It makes it a little bit more, I think, look a little more even. I'm still not sure that 10 points for 67 Ks is quite right, but anyway, that's my personal opinion. But for me, they've got the balance better this year.
It's an improvement, isn't it? But the reality is we've had 2 very exciting Sundays and 2 rallies now, regardless of the extra points. So do we even need a Super Sunday?
Here he is, Thierry Neuville. Let's go find Neuville heading towards... Oh, we're chasing him down. Chasing him down past the Swedish flag. Does look rather good, doesn't it? Now, we're like stalkers, aren't we? We're like early morning stalkers. It's a terrible reputation to have, but I don't care. I don't care. We're bringing you the news. Listen, when they wrecked this stage, it looked really good. There was a good frozen ice base. It hadn't really snowed for a week or two, so it was nice and clear. Once again, last night we had some fresh snow. So Adrian Formeau, who we haven't talked to, he's gone into the stage. He may well struggle out there today. Good ice base, but a loose layer of snow. Maybe just a couple of centimetres overnight, but the previous night, 4 or 5 centimetres, so it could be rather tricky. Now, let's have a look around the car. All looks pretty good. Yeah. All looking really good. Martin in there, just getting himself together. Thierry will just be having a look, potentially at maybe Adrian Formeau as he makes his way through the stage. Jordan Serdaridis will be into the stage. I guess Gregoire Munster will be heading into the stage. It's always good when that engine goes off. Always good. We can bring things down a level or two. But it is a hugely exciting day, and Neuville did a great job at the end of yesterday to haul himself right back up into contention. And look, he was very bullish, wasn't he, with his comments at the end of the day yesterday?
Yeah, it was classic Thierry Neuville, I think. Just, not that the Toyota drivers needed reminding of where they were, but Thierry was all too happy just to give that little jibe to the press, reminding both of why they need a result. This, for me, is Thierry at his best, when he's on the hunt, on the attack, particularly against Elvin Evans. He's got great form on final day battles as well, so I'm very excited to see what he can do.
And he's done what we've seen him doing many, many times in the past. He's built his challenge from a difficult position. 20 seconds down, I think he was, on Friday lunchtime, and he's just built and built and built. His pace, his confidence, his feeling with the car, his understanding of the tyres, and he's just hauled himself back up into the fight.
He has. Deeply impressive, I have to say. But I think this first stage this morning is going to be key to see who can take the advantage.
Bit like the snow, deeply impressive. Look at the size of these snowbanks. Look, go and just jump there and see how deep down into there you go. No, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm only joking. There we go. Look, there's the focus. There's just warming up. And maybe on this rally more than any other, you just need to get a bit of circulation into the limbs, just warming up, focusing. Something that Thierry's done for a very long time. In fact, he was, I guess, maybe you would say one of the pioneers of particularly the eye warm-up exercises before the start of a stage. We've not always seen, back in the days of McRae and others, we didn't see an awful lot of warming up before stages, but it all changed. Thierry Neuville, I guess, maybe Hayden Paddon. Thierry, a huge day ahead. Are you up for the fight?
We are up for the fight, definitely.
Did you make any changes? It's all been about the feel in this car this weekend, and you've basically found a good feel. But any changes overnight?
Yeah, we gave it a bit more speed and performance of the car, and hopefully it works.
But you've done that. He's saying that, obviously slightly tongue-in-cheek. But that's what's happened over the course of the weekend. And as we said earlier, that is Thierry Neuville. He's found an understanding of the car. They've not given the car more speed. He's found a little more speed in the setup, in the understanding of the tyres. This is interesting. Look, they're taking the light pods off. So the light pods were probably fitted in service just in case. Or is he taking them off? Well, maybe he's just opening the bonnet. Yeah, he is taking them off. He is taking them off. If we'd had a little bit of a storm here this morning, if it had been completely overcast, it could have been murky, and maybe those light pods would have been needed out there this morning. But deciding to take them off, that is probably the right thing to do. So, what a battle. 6.3 seconds. He's got Takamoto in front of him. That'll be his first target. Elvin Evans just in front of Takamoto. That's his second target. We've seen some dramatic final stages here in Sweden in the past. We're absolutely setting ourselves up for another one. We really are. Now, let's wander back. Best of luck, Martin and Thierry today. Can't wait to see how that battle unfolds. Don't forget, 29 and a little bit kilometres this opening stage. They go to service, they then come straight back, they do it again, and then it's the final stage of the rally, the decider, 8.5 kilometres of the power stage. And that power stage, well, in the last 5Ks, they know extremely well because they've already driven it 3 times on the rally. But there's the big one. This could be the interesting one. This opening stage of the morning, little bit of snow, different conditions from when they wrecked it. Plenty to catch you out in this opening stage. There really is. Now, as we head back towards car number 18, that is Takamoto Katsuta. What a position he finds himself in. Look, he's never been in this position before. Going into the final stage, the final 3 stages of the rally, 3 seconds off the lead with a chance of winning.
Yeah, it's massive opportunity for him. But as you've been saying so much already, he's only got 3 seconds ahead of Thierry Neuville as well. So he's in a complete sandwich. His only mission, go as fast as he can.
Even if they wanted to employ team tactics, they couldn't. They really couldn't. And Neuville is stopping them from doing that. Takamoto's absolute priority this morning, yes, is keeping it on the road, but maybe more than that is staying in front of Thierry Neuville.
Yeah, I actually didn't hear the last part of that question because you went over to look at.
I thought he was coming past. I thought I was going to get run over.
No, we're all good. But yeah, I think for Taka, as you said, 3 stages today. All he can do is do his own thing. Exactly what he's been doing for the entire weekend. That has worked. So just don't worry what everyone else is doing. Do what he's doing, and he will see if that pace is good enough.
He really will. Now, Takamoto Katsuta, we normally see him. There it is. You can see the pace notebook. He's got his few little reminders on the pace notebook. He's watching intently what's going on in the stage, just to give him a feeling. As I say, when they wrecked this stage, it was full ice. There wasn't an awful lot of snow on the surface. So watching the onboards from Formo and others will give him a little understanding, perhaps, of what to expect in the stage. Aaron Johnson, as always, one of the calmest men. Certainly a lot calmer than I am, that's for sure. Doing his job. They don't even have lightweight gloves on. I'm surprised by that. Honestly, you take You take your hands out of the gloves for 2 seconds and it hurts. He's a hard Northern Irishman, he really is. Aaron, how are you feeling this morning, mate?
Yeah, all good. Looking forward to it.
You have a good night's sleep, or was there quite a lot of extra work last night?
No different than any other evening, so just do the job.
What are you hearing about conditions in this one?
Hard to say. I think that there was, well, at least they're saying there was some snowfall last night, but how much, it's hard to say.
I think there's only a centimetre or two on our car this morning. We're not too far from here. How's your driver? Is it a normal Sunday morning, or are you sensing a little bit of nerves?
No, I think it's a normal Sunday morning. Listen, nothing has changed. We just go out and do the best job that we can and see what happens after that.
That's all you can do. Great stuff indeed. He is very much our favourite Irish co-driver right now, that is for sure. Good luck to them this morning. Listen, we're hearing sadly this morning that already one of our drivers has been caught out. Josh McAlane in a snowbank. Fingers crossed he extricates himself from there. Just watching cars pulling up behind. Now Takamoto, we won't interrupt him because he is now in that zone. He's at that point in the morning where he's concentrating on watching what's going on. Let's see whether we can see McAlane in the snowbank. Oh geez, how popular, look, a win would this be if he could win it? We saw obviously Esa-Pekka Lappi taking a win here last year. That was enormously popular. I think if Takamoto Katsuta becomes the first Japanese driver to win since 1992, I think it was, on the Ivory Coast, it will be one of the most popular, if not the most popular win we've seen for decades.
I think so. I almost don't want to say it too loudly. I'm sure he can't hear me, but I don't want to jinx his or tempt his fate. I agree. The whole service park just can't help but love Taka. He deserves this. He's worked so hard for it. He's been close so many times, and it's tantalisingly near for him now.
I never like that saying, he deserves it. I never like it. I don't know. You earn wins. You earn wins. Do you deserve them? Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm being a bit hard.
No, it's a fair point. I appreciate that.
I don't think anyone deserves it. I think you have to go out and you have to prove that that you have the capability to do it. I don't think anyone deserves to win, deserves to be here. You have to continually prove yourself. And Takamoto, it's up and down. He's very aware of the responsibility he's got as a Japanese driver representing a Japanese brand. For me, that praise and plays on his mind an awful lot. And I honestly think it's a burden that he has that other drivers don't have necessarily.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think we've seen that particularly at Rally Japan, haven't we, over the years? Some really big highs, some really low lows. He does ride and have his heart on his sleeve, doesn't he? So.
I'm getting excited. Look, he's just saying good. Oh, he is such a good lad. Just wishing Elvin and Scotty all the best for the fight in front. I do wonder how much of a fight it is. I say, it has to be. They have no choice. Scotty, a big morning ahead for you guys. How are you? How's your driver?
Good.
Just another morning for you, isn't it? You've seen it all before.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you to it. They're just focusing. Best of luck, Elvin. There we are. 3 seconds his lead over Takamoto Katsuta. We have, folks, the most remarkable day in front of us. We might grab a quick word if we can with Oliver Solberg. A remarkable day in front of us. This is a testing stage. We're already seeing that with McAlane going into the snowbank. But Evans is in the box seat. Takamoto, potentially the man with the pressure. The man who's got not quite nothing to lose, but I think is the man who might throw a little bit of caution to the wind, is Thierry Neuville. Kanoy Tanak as well. If he pulls a blinder in this one, he brings himself back into the fight. What a morning we have. Let's go have a quick word with our Rally 2 leaders. Very quick words. He's just studying what's going on there. Morning, Elliot.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
I'm jolly good, thank you, mate. Jolly good. Are you trying to follow your driver's lead in the beard kind of state?
Not at all. Yeah, that would take me a long time.
Yeah, same as me. I'm not a great beard grower. He's watching. Oh, it looks interesting. Oh, whose is that? Can't see who that is. Is that Tanak? Oh, no, it's not. It might be. Look, whoever that was, the light pod's on. That's Munster. I just wanted to say very best of luck this morning to you, young Oliver.
What do you want? The burger, sausage, coffee?
I'd love a coffee. Can you organise a Starbucks for me?
I wish I had one right now, to be honest with you.
Best of luck, young man.
Thank you.
So there we are. It is underway. There are cars into the stage. We do have 3 stages left 67 kilometres to see who's going to win this one. Luke, your last thought. Who's the pressure on? Who's going to feel the pressure? Who's going to perhaps blink first?
That's two different questions.
I know.
I think pressure-wise it's Taka because of where he is. He's got to push and he's got things behind. Who's going to blink first?
Taka.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know, and that's the great thing about this point of the day. We're about to find out, though, aren't we?
We are about to find out. Perfect conditions here for the final day of Rally Sweden. What an adventure we have in front of us. What a battle we have in front of us. Dirtfish, all our social channels, folks. If anything happens in these 3 stages, we will be right there. We'll see you all later.